So this is actually a Rev video, not off Rev Says Desu. This is off his own channel. It's a quick little video. It's only like 3.5 minute video. So yeah, we'll be able to get through this one actually fairly quickly. But it's about using chibi VTubers. Which is not even lolly. This is chibi, which is like taking a normal VTube model and chibifying it. So I think this is something along the lines of like, okay, you can't show your hips. I'm thinking this is along the same line, so I'm really curious what he's gonna say about this.
So I'm sure a lot of you have seen what's going on with Twitch. They came out with not new rules, but clarifications on their current policies. They didn't introduce anything new, rather they gave examples of things they've been working on for a while now. And some people are like, yay, transparency, but what really happened is we found out the real hypocrisy.
Okay, I'm gonna call bullshit on that again, because it's not transparency. It's because it would only be transparent if people were actually punished the same instead of good for ye, not for me levels of punishment. Whereas someone like PewDiePie gets multiple bans in one day but is back after like 20 minutes, whereas someone like a VTuber that has a small or modest following gets a ban that can last for multiple weeks or a month. Okay, Leo. Yeah, it's like there's like they're spelling out the rules, but they're not enforcing them equally. That's the key part, is the enforcement of these rules is anything but equal. Whereas they'll take a lot of their basically high dollar people and they'll do like a cursory ban, but they'll bring them back in like 20 minutes or a day. Whereas you've got other people, like they're doing it to VTubers, they'll be banned for a month. Asmund, Sadistic, we already know Asmund has a 14-day ban. We already know it was a 14-day ban. Here's the thing. The reason why Asmund got a 14-day ban? He doesn't bring Twitch money. That's why he actually caught a 14-day ban. Because he does not bring Twitch money. The ad revenue that he produces from his stream does not offset the cost of even his own stream for Twitch. Twitch loses a fuck ton of money for Twitch every time he streams. That's why they actually said, yeah, we're actually gonna give you a 14-day ban for this because of perceived racism. Because bear in mind, what Asmund said on that stream is nothing in comparison to what other social commentators on Twitch, people have brought this up in my commentary on the YouTube video, like Hassan, have said far worse things. He's actually Asmund said, fuck those people because of the way their religious legal system is functioning, and he just went, fuck those guys. Hassan has actually advocated for unaliving people because of their political affiliations. Yeah, he's never get banned. So that's where the problem is. Okay, Desdar, have a good night. That's where the problem is. It's not an issue of the transparency of the rules, it's the equal enforcement of them. Because Twitch does not do equal enforcement of their rules. That is what pisses people off. Is that you're going to have these rules, but you're only going to enforce them against people who don't follow Twitch's political and sociological ideologies. That's why Asmund caught a 14-day ban, and why Hassan has yet to catch a ban. Even though Hassan advocates for far worse stuff that is TOS. He absolutely advocates for stuff that's against TOS, but Twitch never bans him. Because he's advocating for the right people that Twitch agrees with. That's why. So it was never about, oh, the rules are not transparent. It's that Twitch does not enforce them equilaterally.
hypocrisy going on. Everyone knows there's a lot of hypocrisy at Twitch when it comes to how they enforce the rules, when it comes to VTubers versus face
That's what I mean,
cammers.
Pactra.
And I
That's
think
why I
from
brought
this
up
whole
the
thing,
song.
this really tells you everything you need to know. Within these clarifications, there's a section stating this: suggesting that a person's channel is only popular or has not been suspended due to sexual favors. That is something that can get you in trouble.
Yeah. This is flat out a violation of Second Amendment. Right here. This is a Second Amendment violation. Flat out. This is Twitch literally policing speech. Because if I were to say, God, Second Amendment. Thank you. Yes, I don't know why I said Second Amendment. First Amendment. Yes, sorry. Yes, First Amendment. God only knows why my brain went to Second Amendment. But yes, First Amendment. Because, okay, so according to Twitch, if I was, for the sake of example, Twitch, I'm not actually saying this. This is an example. So say, for example, I in serious made a suggestion that, say, Asian Bunny. Okay, I'll use Asian Bunny for an example. If I made so Twitch is saying that if I said on stream that Asian Bunny still has that Asian Bunny has not been nuked off the platform, that she still has a channel on Twitch, and her bans last like 20 minutes or an hour or whatever, and then she's right back on, and it's only because she is fucking so-and-so from Twitch. Just, some person at Twitch. If for an example, I said that on stream, Twitch could ban me because I suggested that their channel is only popular or has not been suspended due to sexual favors. So Twitch is literally trying to police language. They are literally doing First Amendment violations by doing this, by saying you cannot say. And here's the kicker: if it's true, Twitch is saying you can't say it. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, the rest of it, alleging that a person is sexually immoral due to their entire physical appearance. Okay, they're going on a bullying angle for this one. Which, okay, I can be kind of fair about that. Stating that a person's attire reflects negatively on their sexual practice. Okay, I can kind of agree with that. That's kind of like someone in an SA trial that's blaming the victim, saying like, how short was the skirt that you were wearing on your date? So I can buy this one right here. This is basically a First Amendment right violation. Saying that someone's channel, like if one of these hot tub streamers gets banned, one of these hot tub streamers that's known for wearing a thong bikini and basically shoving a camera up their asshole on stream, that they get banned for 20 minutes and then come back. If you were to suggest that that streamer got unbanned because they are fucking someone at Twitch, your channel could get nuked. Beth, it's not a matter of a government body. That's not a matter of a government body. Peace. Canada has a similar constitution. Canada does have a similar constitution to the United States. Peeve negatively targeting another person with sexuality-focused terms such as whore or virgin. So they're going at the bullying angle again. And making claims that another person likely has sexually transmitted infection due to their sexual practices. As much as I don't like this, as much as I don't approve of it, as much as I don't approve of saying things like this, I'll also say this is also First Amendment speech here. I'm also gonna say that this is First Amendment speech. Yeah, it's bullying, but it's protected by the First Amendment. Same thing honestly with this one here. It's bullying, yes. It's not not, I don't advocate for doing this in any way, shape, or form. But I will recognize freedom of speech when it's present. Here's the problem: is you say it's a private company, but the argument could be made in court that you do not work for the company. Twitch as a company is a platform. Like me, I am independent. I am not speaking on behalf of Twitch. Okay? I'm basically a private contractor that is essentially utilizing. The argument could be made: I'm a private contractor utilizing Twitch's service for my job, quote unquote, but I am not an employee of Twitch, and Twitch actually takes part of my revenue as payment for using their platform to make money. So the argument could be made in a court of law that Twitch has absolutely no governance over freedom of speech. That argument could be made that saying something like this could potentially be a First Amendment violation, because streamers, for the most part, does not actually work for Twitch. No, being on Twitch is not a right. You are correct. We could go down a serious rabbit hole.
It only matters if Twitch takes advantage of that government protection, the safe harbor thing.
Well, I'm sure Twitch probably does get something from it. I would not surprise me if Twitch got something from the government. Okay, let me preface. I'm not a legal scholar. Okay? I know some about, legalese. I'm sure legal YouTube channels may have covered this in the past. But the First Amendment does cover all citizens. All citizens. Regardless if you work for a corporation or not. It's your freedom of speech is covered by all the citizenry. And again, the argument could very easily be made: you as a streamer do not work for Twitch if you are not hired or under contract with Twitch. Some streamers are under contract with Twitch. Many are not. Many would be considered private contractors using Twitch as their platform. This is what I'm saying a potential legal argument could be used. Would it work in a court of law? I have no fucking idea. I could be completely off base, and this may never fucking work in court. I'm speculating just as a logical thinking person that is of reasonable intellect, is that the argument could potentially be made in court that Twitch is the platform used by streamers who are independent contractors to perform their work. Twitch takes a cut of their revenue as payment for being allowed to use the platform, but Twitch does not have any right to police their speech other than maybe like hate speech or advocating of violence against someone, things of that nature. Because free speech does not cover advocating violence against another individual and things of that nature. So that's my feeling on it. And again, from a legal perspective, I could be dead fucking wrong. I could be. I'm not saying I'm right, and anyone who disagrees with me, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. No, I could be completely wrong from a legal standpoint. I'm just looking at this from a position of logic and the way everything is laid out in terms of Twitch versus the content creator. So, well, kind of, I guess, Bobcat, but it's just, that's my take on it.
They are never beating the allegations at Twitch. But the main thing, like I was saying, is the fact that the enforcement of TOS is disproportionately affecting VTubers more than his cam girls, who can pretty much do anything you want. They have the most skimpy, ridiculous outfits, and it's all justified as long as they have an inflatable pool.
Although I will say, supposedly, Twitch has banned the black bars. This supposedly has been banned. Whether or not they'll enforce it is another question, but supposedly Twitch is now going to actually enforce no putting black bars over your bare tits. That is supposedly going to be enforced. We shall see. But I will remind you guys, a streamer on Twitch literally was fucking a guy on stream. And the most she caught, I think, was a 14-day ban. She was literally basically doing homemade porn on stream and only caught a 14-day ban from Twitch. VTubers who show a little it's 3 days. Actually, no, you're right, Andrew. Was it 3 or 5 days? For some reason, 5. Anyway, she caught a pathetically low ban time. Pathetically low. Yet streamers who show a little hip, they show a little bare hip, will get banned, not even be fucking notified about it, and they're out for weeks or even a month. That's the ever-loving fucking point. Is that the rules are not being enforced equally. You know what, Pactra? Fuck that. Look at my ankles, Twitch. I'm showing ankle. What are you gonna do? Oh, look, here's my hips. Here's my hips. I'm shaking my hips.
Sitting in the corner of their room, okay? And now we know that there's additional requirements on VTubers, including this right here, where now Twitch is trying to determine on their own end if your character falls under a childlike appeal.
Cheer 100. We need someone with shares in the company to get banned and sue on free speech, then pull the I am a partial owner you can't ban me card.
But what we need is someone with a functioning brain to buy a majority share of Twitch and say, knock this shit off. That's what we need to have happen. And as much as I hate evoking this, we need like someone who is reasonably conservative to buy a majority stock in Twitch, so they can so their input can be like, look, you guys are out of your fucking mind. This shit needs to change, and they're forced to listen. You know, I hate throwing in, referencing a political spectrum here, but the fact is that's what is needed, because Twitch is going really hard in one direction, and they've aimed all their guns at the opposite direction. And you need someone from that opposite direction to get a majority stake in the company so their voice can't be ignored. And things might actually change. You need that equilateral opinion. You can't just have only one side screaming and reeing from a position of power and ignoring the other voices on the other side. You need to have equal conversation with everyone. Beth, I'm not even gonna touch that one because I don't even want to think about that, because if it happens, everyone is going to fucking lose their minds, and I'll be glad I'm in Canada. Let me put it that way. Oh yeah, Rat Basset, I fully understand. Yeah, the other side will still censor for different reasons. That's why I say you need to have equal voices. in all of these discussions. You can't have only one voice on one side without one voice on the other side. And there also has to be those two voices need to actually like come to an understanding. It can't be an all or nothing battle. There has to be give and take where they can actually meet in the middle, because that's the biggest problem we're facing in the world right now. Is you have voices on the opposite side working on an all or nothing mentality, and no one is willing to meet in the middle and compromise and work within this mammoth-sized gray area that is ripe for usage. That's what I'm saying. And the same thing goes with Twitch. It's they need to hear from the other side and actually listen to them and be able to compromise and not make it an all or nothing. And the minute they start doing that, we might actually start seeing some improvement.
Appearance, which pretty much they can enforce against many different VTubers, including ones that are lollies or not lollies. It's a very subjective thing and open-ended, and we're seeing more people being punished under this rule that has been clarified, including this individual right here named Chromu, who got banned on their birthday under this rule. They cite down here when Lena would ask what happened, they said a 7-day suspension for youth risky, even though there was nothing sexual. I'm an adult, and I was using my pink thing funny chibi model zoomed up close at its face. So basically, this person was banned for showing off their chibi model.
It's one of the reasons I view streaming as hobby. I don't want to deal with Twitch's BS.
Well, Eki, I view it as a hobby too, but I also view it as a hopeful way that I can actually, earn money, that like I could do Twitch full time. But that's also why I view Kick as my backup plan. If Twitch decides to nuke me for some stupid fucking reason, and I'm no longer able to stream on Twitch, I can shift over to Kick and do the same content that I'm doing now. But Kick is not going to nuke me from orbit because I'm actually speaking my mind. So I have a backup plan. That's why I've started porting all of my videos for they're still on YouTube, but why I'm porting everything onto Rumble as well. Buying controlling Twitch and Stake would be difficult. First, Amazon owns the company outright, so you'd have to negotiate with Bezos to buy part or all of Twitch, but a majority share, if you get past the hurdle, would be roughly 30 billion. The company's current valuation is about 50. Alright, chat, who's got a spare 30 billion laying around? I know one of you does. I know one of you does. Who's got that spare 30 billion? Go buy a majority stake in Twitch. Go on. Go buy a spare majority in Twitch. I know you got the money I know you got the money stuffed in your mattress. I know you do. Peef, this is a much more worthy cause. A much more worthy cause. Famous sin. You're so sweet.
In particular, the face of that. And they got banned. And this whole thing about them getting banned on their birthday, we saw that with Fallen Shadow on her birthday, which happens to be the same as my birthday, so I definitely remember this. She was banned hours before a big birthday stream for seemingly the same reason, where she was labeled as
I wonder if he's gonna show her the chibi model.
And like I said, this new childlike standard applied to VTubers is going to lead to a lot of unfair bans. It's very open-ended, and people at Twitch, and clearly...
Like, I'm guessing this is her chibi model right here. I'm guessing this is her chibi model. And if Twitch doesn't know the difference between a lolly and a chibi model, number one, that's scary because you have people in Twitch that are making assumptions without proper knowledge, which is fucking dangerous. But number two, it's very telling. Well, Rygat, that's the scary thing, isn't it? Twitch could, on a whim, decide okay, Iron Mouse looks childlike, bam. On a whim, they could decide this. They could decide, okay, we think that she falls into the category of childlike, so ban. Well, I mean, Andrew, so like that's the whole thing. Is what is their definition of young? Because it's anime, and anime doesn't work on the same levels as, real life. But let's be honest, even in real life, I would love for the people that are making these roles at Twitch to just go out into the world and have so in a specifically like non-sexy kind of way, like literally just as, okay, I want you to look at this group of people, and I want you to and have a collection of people ranging from, say, 16 to 25. Okay, we'll just use those ages, 16 to 25. And have like 10 people of those age ranges there. And have the Twitch employees that are making these rules actually point out who is underage. Because I can guarantee you, if you did that challenge with a Twitch employee, they would not be able to accurately point out who is underage and who is not. They wouldn't be able to do it. Because how many you could math, but I was going, I was being generous. Because in this day and age, and bear in mind, of course, I am not saying anything like, oh, well, that's an excuse for if you do some kind of essay. No, it's not. It's not an excuse. But I'm saying if you're going on visuals alone for saying, oh, underage ban, you can't do it anymore. Because a 16-year-old individual can very easily look the same as a 20-year-old individual. You cannot tell the difference. I guarantee you, if you took the Twitch employees and put 10 people ranging 16 to 25 in front of them and told them, pick out all of the underage. Actually, no, we'll even move it 14 to 25. I'll even do 14 to 25. And you tell them, pick out all the underage people in this group. They wouldn't be able to do it. Or they'd pick wrong. They pick people that are actually over the age of 17 or 18, depending on the state, and say that they're underage. You cannot freaking do it anymore. And so now we're relying on people like that to tell us, oh yeah, they look too childlike. When they would not be able to determine age visually alone. They wouldn't be able to do it. And we're also dealing with anime characters. One of the most popular animes of all time is Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is a very popular anime. It has been around for like 30 years, at least, and is one of the most popular animes. Chat, you know how old the characters are in Sailor Moon? They're 13. Correct. Do some people view them in a very inappropriate way? Yes. I'm not going to say they aren't because it's the human race. The human race is fucked up. But most people that love Sailor Moon love it because of the story, because the characters are beautiful. They don't view it in an SA kind of way. And that's true for much of anime. And the fact that Twitch is saying, oh, if we think the character looks underage, you're going to get banned, is more telling about the employees at Twitch than it is about the audience. And that's why hang on, let me back it up here. Where is it? This, Twitch employees are never beating the allegations. That's where this comes from. That's absolutely where this comes from. Is because Twitch employees are doing, you know, why are they going so hard on this? You know, the ones that complain about something the hardest are usually the ones that you find out later are involved with it. I'm not saying any of them are. I'm not even suggesting that. But it lends an air of suspicion that is justified when you're having people being banned for chibi models. Because a chibi model is not a child. That's the ever-living point. A chibi model is just a shrunken down toy version of the regular model. It's not a child. It's basically taking, like, you could take frickin' Alucard from Castlevania, and if you make a chibi model of Alucard, it's still the adult Alucard. It's just a cute fun-size version for the lols. Yeah, it's like the Funko Pop version. So their definitions are just fucked. Their definitions of what is considered childlike are fucked. And that's the point.
The face of that. And they got banned. In Shadow on her birthday, which happens to be the same as my birthday, so I definitely remember this. She was banned hours before a big birthday stream for seemingly the same reason, where she was labeled as youth risky because of her model. And like I said, this new childlike standard applied to VTubers is going to lead to a lot of unfair bans. It's very open-ended, and people at Twitch, and clearly some of their staff, has an issue with VTubers. They can use that rule to pretty much target anyone.
Oh yeah.
In fact, they're going completely mask off. They're not just banning these certain VTubers who fall under the category for doing something sexual. They're hitting someone like this who has a chibi model and is doing nothing sexual. It's very bizarre, but
yeah,
unfortunately, this is the new reality on Twitch.
I know, Pete.
It's going to be a big issue for VTubers moving forward. Yeah, Shondo Part 2. Rev is coping because he has to cover his hips. How do you guys know? How do you know? How do you know?
Show us the hips, Rev.
This? You guys only see the torso up.
Show us the hips, Rev.
Pants? You don't know.
Oh. We didn't get to see the hips. Oh well. I was hoping Rev was going to show the hips. Yeah, 3-minute video, and how long did I ramble on, floor chat?